So, I'm gonna ask you something. There are so many institutes who give job guarantee, but why do you only give job guarantee in code papers?
See, we are Freshers India, and most of the students that we get are freshers. Now, with our experience with freshers, we have been working with thousands and thousands of freshers for such a long time now. I've seen some things which makes me a bit sad also. Right? The freshers who come to us generally are actually pretty sad, and inside themselves they are hiding a lot of depression. What is the reason for this? Is because they have been through many educational institutions. For example, when they were joining the school system, the school had promised them that our students do very well in the future. So if you look at the school brochure or even if you college brochure, you'll find that there are so many pictures of highly successful students. So when a student had joined the school or the college, they had a lot of expectations. They were told that, okay, you have to pass standard 10 with good marks, and if you do that, you will get a good career. They did that, and then they realized, something more has to be done. They have to pass the standard 12 higher secondary. They did that also, and then again, they were told that you have to go through this XYZ college. When they went to the college, on the first year of their classes, they were made such great promises that your future will be like this. They had a lot of expectations, all of which, for some reason or the other, broke down eventually. So they realized that, oh my God, after being educated for almost 18-20 years, they still are unable to stand on their feet. What is the reason? The promises made by all these educational institutions were never kept. And these are the biggest, these are the best, these can be, say, national colleges also. Right? About the smaller institutes, so lots of fraud goes on in the smaller institutes. They commit a lot. There are different ways that they can commit fraud. One is that there are lots of small institutes which promise that you'll get a lot of good jobs and all that, but then they never offer you any job. There are institutes which are having a very bad training quality. So while you'll be promised very good training quality, when you undergo the training itself, you realize that the training quality is the worst possible. There are some institutes which are very smart institutes, so they also cheat in a way. What they do is, they will teach you a very complex topic, and the teacher who is going to train you, those teachers also know the topic very well, but when they are teaching you, they are not really teaching you, they are simply showing that they know it very well, and that this is too difficult for you to understand. They have very short classes. For example, they'll have a very complex topic, and they'll just give a couple of days on that and cover it up. So while the student on the other side understands that the teacher knows the subject, he or she can be working on the subject itself, the teacher might be actually employed in the same technology, but they're teaching things so fast without really explaining things to the student that while the students are attending the classes, he or she realizes that, okay, I have not really grasped the subject. So there are different ways an institution can cheat people. Guarantees everybody gives. So if you go to any institute, they will say that yes, we have a 100% job guarantee. And what they do is, again, either they have lots of terms and conditions. Some of the institutes will do this, that they will give you a guarantee, but in the guarantee the condition is that after completing the course, you have to pass their test, and if you pass their test, only then the job guarantee will be actually valid. And it is very easy for anybody in this world to make any person fail in any test. You can actually take Einstein and you can create a test in which Einstein will also fail. So forget Einstein, like all these students who are there, they had been promised by the institution, but the institution takes very difficult tests. In the end, they realize the job guarantee was actually just a fraud. So we wanted to create a system where the student will not have to face this problem. One side, we have all these very sad, depressed students who are hiding their pain inside them, they're not talking about it. The problem is that even if you are teaching them, since they are sad inside, it's very difficult for them to focus on the topic. So I've met so many students who are very intelligent people, but who are unable to study because, see, the parents are there, the extended family is there, the uncles, etc., the cousins are there. They keep teasing them in some sense that you don't have a job. So they are already in a pressure situation, they don't have a job, their family is not supportive, and maybe if they come to an institution and they are not very sure also whether the institution will support them, they are unable to focus on the study. So what we wanted here was that take this big problem off the head of the students so they can focus and learn things well. So what we do is in the beginning of the course, not in the end of the course, not after taking another test. Beginning of the course, you get a job guarantee. This job guarantee is offered in code paper, stamp paper. Why code paper, stamp paper? Because There is no other, legal way by which we can completely guarantee things. Even if you buy a big home, you'll find that the best case which you can do is get a bond in a court paper. Right? Court paper is the highest possible, that is why we go for the highest possible. Had there been some other techniques also, we would have gone for that also. We don't have a problem with that. What is a guarantee? We have a pretty simple guarantee. The guarantee is like this. First, we will test you if you are capable. If we think you are capable of joining our course, then whatever fees you pay will be safeguarded by the guarantee. Say if you are paying us 25,000 for a course, and you do the course and you do not get what you promised for, then this 25,000 will be returned back to you. This is something pretty plain that we given the guarantee. Why we really started this guarantee? Now this happened like several years back. One day a lady had come to me, and a bit of an old lady. She had brought her daughter, and she told me that look, we are from a very poor family, and she had bought the course fee. She had bought the course fee. I was not aware of that from where she had bought it, and then she said, I've sold my golden bangles to pay for this my daughter's fees. Sir, please ensure that she does well and she gets a job. So I was very sad after listening to the lady. I was very sad because one thing is understandable that maybe she has sold her golden bangles. That is not a very great thing. That is not a very big thing. But still, I could understand the amount of pain that the mother must have gone through. Like the amount of fear in that sense, the amount of insecurity she must have felt by doing that. So I wanted to make them feel. So I said, don't worry, we're going to start something new, and that is when we started this court paper guarantee. That okay, if you're paying us, and I don't know, for some people it's a very small amount, for some people it's a very big amount. I don't want those people for whom it's a big amount to stress a lot or waste their time, taking tension, and I want them to focus on the studies. So yes, that is why we give the job guarantee. And special thing about the guarantee is that it's not verbal, it's in written. Second is that you can take the guarantee home, you can show it to your lawyers, etc. And if everybody is happy, then you have to make the rest of the payments. This is the reason we have the guarantee.